Okay, it says P double implies Q. So it has one more meaning. It means that P implies Q, and Q implies P. Can I say this like this? Have you ever seen this part or ever came across in this? First of all, did you all guys solve the solved example, or anybody saw the solved example? Yesterday I told you. Hello, everybody is there or not?
No, sir.
Hmm, it's okay. So see, whenever you come across something like this, double implication, first make it as single implication. In single implication means P implies Q and Q implies P, like this. And now you tell me, do we have any law related to this? In the earlier question, especially in question number 2, we have seen that whenever there is a single implication, what we can do. So in the case of single implication, what we will do, we will directly say P or Q and negation Q or P, right? Is this clear to you all?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So let me repeat myself again. In the very first step, what you have to do is in the case of double implication, take it first. How are you going to split it? First, you will say P implies Q and Q implies P. In the very next step, we will use the rules of single implies. Instead of single implies, we will convert the statement like this: negation P or Q, and similarly negation Q or P. Okay. Now, what we can do in next statement? Taking the very next statement, we will multiply these terms with this bracket. So how we are going to do that? Okay, so just look at very carefully. First, we will write negation P multiply by this entire bracket. So how we are going to multiply? We will put this sign negation Q or P, and we'll put a square bracket around, so you will get a better idea of this. Similarly, about this, or okay, and after that again I will put square bracket. Now this Q will multiply with this entire bracket, negation Q or P. And one more thing, here is and. Okay, till here everybody understood what I did here? Till here everybody understood what I did here?
सर एक बार वापस बताओ ना ये
Yes.
वाला.
Okay, what I did, I just first I multiplied this with this entire bracket. What I did, I multiplied this with the entire bracket, and the second time I multiplied this Q with this entire bracket. It's similar. It's a very similar kind of stuff which we used to do in our algebraic equations. For example,
Yes,
just
sir.
a minute. Let me, ये जो option है यही चला गया. हाँ आप ठीक है. For example, in the case of A plus B and C plus D. So now you guys tell me how you usually apply multiplication between these two brackets. First, you multiply A with this entire bracket, right now,
Yes, sir.
and then you multiply this B with an entire bracket. This is how you guys used to do in algebra, right now.
Yes, sir.
So I perform the same thing here also. See, I
Okay.
multiply this negation P with this entire bracket. Can you see here?
Yes.
And the next step, I multiply this Q with this entire bracket. Nothing new. Got it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, now next step. Now I'm going to multiply these two terms with first one and the second one. So how it look like? It will look like this. Now look at very carefully. Now negation P and negation Q. So negation P and negation Q. I put a bracket around. Okay. Similarly, this OR will remain here. Now negation P and multiply by normal P. So I will say negation P and multiply by this normal p. Okay, everybody understood here? See, because this is the only sum which is little bit difficult in your entire chapter and little bit lengthy. Or again, now this part. So q and multiply with the negation q. So q and multiply by with negation q. Similarly, or will remain in middle. Q and multiply by p. Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
Okay, everybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Now the final step. Take it. Whenever there are two symbols of similar type, but one contain the negation, and if the sign is conjunction, so what will be the output? The output will be false because
All.
conjunction deals with false. Right now,
Yes, sir.
everybody got it or not? This is identity law. Remember, yesterday we did.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So I will directly put identity law, and I'll say false.
All.
And what about this part? Whenever there are two symbols of a similar type and one contain negation and the middle sign is conjunction, just like this. Again, what I'm going to write here? False.
False.
Yes, very good.
Q and
Okay. So what happened when you have one statement as false and another statement has something and in the middle sign is disjunction? So what happened in the case of disjunction? Definitely, if there is one statement is true, then the entire output will be true. So definitely this false is not going to decide our future. The future will be decided by this part, right now, the left statement, right? So I will write here in the very next statement, I will directly say the negation P and negation Q and this middle sign will remain as it is. Similarly, the same thing apply here because we can ignore false because it's a disjunction sign, right? So I will directly write Q and P. Okay. Now look it carefully. Is this our required output? You can see P and Q or negation P and negation Q. We are getting the same thing, na? But it little bit arranging in difference, right? Arrangement
Yeah.
difference is there. So we can arrange it na in our own way. So yes, we get our desired output. Okay, everybody understood?
yes, sir.
Hmm.
Uh,
So this is the only lengthiest sum. Definitely, if this sum comes in your examination, it will going to come for 4 marks. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So take a screenshot of this.
Done, sir.
Everybody took the screenshot. What about Adil, Aris, Amar Ansari?
sir.
Everybody take the screenshot now. Saida
Yes, sir.
Khaliqun Nisa. Saida, where is Saida?
Yes, sir. Taken.
Yes. Okay, Saida, your voice is little bit different.
What is the?
That's why I'm saying. What about Saida? Why Saida is not replying? Okay, Samat.
Yes.
Okay, good. So just take the screenshot. So I think we shall move with the last question of your chapter, and then the entire chapter will get finished. So I'll rub this part. So in the very next question, it's a question number 4. Okay. Outside there is a negation sign, then the square bracket P or negation Q implies P and negation Q, square bracket close. Okay. And P, we have to prove like this, P or negation Q and negation P or Q. Now look it very carefully because this is the most easiest sum actually. It may look like a lengthy, but it turned out to be a very simple because first we are going to apply the rules of negation. Now you guys tell me what happened in the case of this. when there is a P implies Q and outside there is a negation. So what happened? What the negation do here? When the negation goes inside this bracket, what will happen? The arrow which is pointing to the symbol, that symbol turn out to be a negation part. The arrow is converted into and the P remain as it is, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I hope you all remember, because same rule we are going to apply here. Let's assume this entire bracket has a one statement. This entire bracket is a one statement. Now you will understand what happens when the negation goes inside. So when the negation goes inside in the case of LHS, when the negation goes inside, the first statement will remain intact. It remain as it is. Okay, this implies is turned into a and symbol, and the negation is applied to the second bracket, right? Is it simple? What I did here, everybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see what happened when this negation goes inside. First statement will remain as it is, and will remain as it is, and the negation, when negation goes inside, this P will be applied with the negation P, and sign will change to or, and the negation will get cancelled, right now. So look at very carefully look here, because do we get our required output? Do we get the RHS? What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we get our RHS right now in just two statement. But the good thing about here is, even if the output is achieved in just a two step, it doesn't mean there will be a change of weightage of marks. Again, this question will also come for 4 marks. Is it interesting to know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just take a screenshot of this. So I think we should see some, let me just explain you about the miscellaneous, and then we will move on to the next chapter. Everybody took the screenshot?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, very good. Okay, so now let's move on to the miscellaneous part. And again, I repeat myself, the switching circuit or the exercise 1.5 will not be covered in your syllabus, so you can remove it. Okay, you can cross it. It's not gonna ask in your examination. Okay, so in the logic chapter, the two category, like the duals and the circuit, will not ask in your examination. Now let's talk about the miscellaneous exercise. See, first of all, the entire miscellaneous exercise, every time you guys have to do the miscellaneous part. I'm just telling you what part you don't have to do it. And again, it's the same thing. The the question related to the duals will not be your concern. You don't have to do it. Okay, so derive the truth value of the statement from C. Question number 3, you have to do it. Question number 4, question number 5, question number 6 is also important. So question number 7, question number 8, question number 9, question number 10, question number 11, and question number, okay, question number 12 is not there in your examination. So you can cross it in your textbook. It's not gonna ask. Everybody understood? Question number 12 is not a part of your homework. Hello, everybody getting it or not? Question
Yes,
number
sir.
13 is question number
Yes,
13 is also not in your syllabus. Question number 14 is also you're not concerned. You don't have to do any homework related to that. Question number 15 is also cancelled. Question number 17 is also cancelled. So I think from question number 12, no need to perform any question. Question number 12 to question number 17. Okay.
Sir, so
Yes.
start.
What?
Question number 1
Question,
से 10 तक.
हाँ, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से 10, और अगर बीच में तुम लोगों को डुअल्स भी दिखाई देता है तो डुअल मत करना. क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू डुअल नहीं करना. ठीक है.
Okay.
तो जब मारते हैं नेक्स्ट, वैसे तो मैंने देख लिया है ऑलरेडी 3, मुझे तो कोई क्वेश्चन मिला नहीं है डुअल से रिलेटेड तुम्हारे मिसलेनियस में, बट इन केस इफ आई मिस समथिंग you don't have to do it. Okay, now let us start with the very next chapter. The very next chapter is the matrices. And one more thing, before I move on to matrices, if still anybody has any doubt related to logic, because this is your final call.
No, sir.
No,
Pakka?
sir.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Adil is replying. Ansari also replied. But what about Talib, Musaf? You guys have any doubt related to logic?
No, sir. No doubt.
No doubt, na? Samad?
No, sir.
Hmm. And Saida?
No, sir.
Hmm. Pakka, na? So I hope you will perform all the assignment related to this chapter till Sunday. Okay, please do not forget to submit your assignment till Sunday because okay, I'll be really offended if you didn't send me the assignment. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in the very next chapter, take a see. Since most of the guys here or most of the students already decided your career in, of course, either engineering or medical. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is anybody,
Yes.
any student here who decided as engineering to pursue his career as to be engineer or IT engineer related stuff? Is anybody here who's interested in IT
Yes,
engineering and
sir.
all? Okay. Who is that person?
Yes, sir.
Ah, Musab. So you are saying yes. And Talib.
Talib.
Okay. So Musab Talib. So Musab Talib, you guys tell me. Okay. Since we have covered logic chapter, and now we are at the matrices chapter. So you guys tell me, what is the use of matrices in real world actually? What will I get if I learn this chapter? And what is the reason that government provide you this chapter? Okay, government are planning to torture you by providing this kind of a chapter.
No, sir.
Okay, no. Maybe they have some conspiracy. How we can manipulate a children's mind by distracting him, something which never come in his life, right? Na? Still they are providing. So what is the actually use of this matrices? Can you guys guess it?
Matrix for
Hmm. So what is the use in the real world?
नहीं पता सर.
So let me tell you, the matrix is a very important concept when we are dealing with some cases. For example, whenever we are dealing with a table, okay, whenever we are dealing with the data, and whenever we are dealing with images, whenever we are dealing with videos, okay, and many more. Okay, so its usage is very vast. If you have guys seen in your IT lecture about the JavaScript, have you guys seen the JavaScript till yet? Is anybody
No.
saw the JavaScript part in the IT?
Oh, sir.
Okay, when you will do the JavaScript now, you will find there is a variable, and I don't think it will covered in your syllabus. It should be, because in JavaScript we are creating one variable which has many data inside it. Now you are wondering what I am talking about, how many data. So it is dealing with a database. For example, okay, as I said, videos. So you guys are every day dealing with the videos, right? You guys record the video with your camera, you watch movies, right? So what is the relation with the matrix with those movies which you are watching in your smartphone? So actual inside behind the scene, the coding which tells what inside it is actual a matrices. It's a very lengthy matrices because computer doesn't understand your day-to-day language. It understands only the binary language, right?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you all getting it or not?
हाँ, sir.
So, so yes, the matrices is very important. Even if you saw your Microsoft Excel, okay, the behind the scene coding was a matrices. Okay, sooner or later you will come to this. Okay, so yes, it is very important. At least you should know the basic concept because in your syllabus they didn't cover this much. They will only come up with the one application which is X, find the value of X and Y and Z. According to them, this is the only application of matrices, but the reality is very different. If you have somebody who knows Python programming language, they will tell you more better about this. Okay, what exactly matrices is. Okay. So I think we should begin with the matrices with very first exercise. So remember one more thing before I start the matrices. We currently in your 12th standard, we only deal with the square matrix. Since in your 11th you have seen many type of matrix like rectangular matrix, take a zero matrix and all, but in your 12th we are only deal with only one type of a matrix. And what is that matrix? It's a square matrix. Okay, what is a square matrix? Can you guys tell me? Does anybody know what is a square matrix? हाँ बोलो.
जिसमें इक्वल कॉलम और इक्वल नंबर्स ऑफ रोज
ये
होती है वो वाला.
मुस्तफा शाह, जिसमें इक्वल नंबर ऑफ कॉलम और इक्वल नंबर ऑफ रो. यस, वेरी गुड, दैट इज द राइट आंसर. ओके, मुस्तफा शाह. Mustafa Shah, why so late? Okay, so equal number of column and equal number of rows is there. Okay, so let's move on to the next this concept. Okay. First of all, let me tell you, this chapter is a very small chapter now because they have reduced the syllabus. Okay, so most of the thing you don't need to do it. So the thing which you have to do it, I will cover for you. I will perform each and every question for you. So you have to do it only that question, okay, which I'm going to solve it. Okay, fine. So will it be okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in the very first question, I hope you all can see the question in my screen. It says apply the given elementary transformation on each of the following matrices. It says apply these transformation on these given matrices. So how are we going to do things? How we are going to do that? And one more thing, I know you are going to wondering about that. Sir just said that we are only dealing with the square matrix, but here it says rectangular matrix. Say this is the first exercise. It's hardly asked in your examination, but since it's a reduction of syllabus, they might ask you this part also now, because till this year, okay, the first exercise never asked in your examination. This is just for basic concepts. But according to my hypothesis, because since the entire syllabus is reduced, right now the entire chapter is get cut off. So I don't think they will remove any kind of question from this also. You may found a question, especially in your first question, 1 marks question, you will find the question from here also. Okay, so take it very seriously. देखो हमारे पास आई थिंक सिर्फ 10 मिनट ही बचा है, तो चलो देखते हैं हम इसमें क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. तो पहला वाला जो क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है, यहाँ पे बोला है कि एक ए करके मैट्रिक्स दिया है जिसकी वैल्यू दी है 1 0 -1 एंड 3. ओके, एंड तुमको अप्लाई करने के लिए बोला है रो 1 इंटरचेंज रो 2. ओके, मीन्स you have to interchange R1 with R2. So this line is your R1 and this line is your R2. Okay, so how are you going to interchange? Just interchange these both row. How you are going to interchange? The lower row will come to the up and the upper row will goes down. So ये कुछ ऐसा दिखाई देगा. So -1 3 1 0. समझ में आया इतना?
Yes, sir.
Okay, similarly second one, 1 -1 3 2 5 4, and it says apply this transformation. R1 interchange R1 minus R2. So in here, this is your R1. The first row is your R1 and the second row is your R2. And it says R1 minus R2. So, and changes will come in what, which row? किसमें changes आने वाले हैं? तो row 1 में changes आने वाले. जो भी arrow के left side में रहता है, the part which is in the left side of your arrow will be the main part. उसके अंदर ही effects दिखाई देंगे. तो हम क्या करेंगे? Second row को we will write as it is. नाउ आई थिंक वी स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट रो. सो यहाँ पर मेरे साथ बताते जाओ. 1 -2. So 1 - 2 is 1
minus
- 2.
1,
Very good. -1. -1 -5. -1
6,
-5. -6. Right now. 3 -4
-1.
-1. Right now. I hope you all understood about this. ठीक है, this is
ये
your final answer. तो कैसे करना है समझ में आया ये पार्ट?
हो गया सर,
क्या हो गया?
ये फाइनल आंसर है.
हाँ इतना ही है, और क्या है? तुम्हें और भी कुछ चाहिए क्या?
नो.
So no need to do this. So this is your final answer. This is how we do it.
एकदम देख देख के छोटा सी आ जाता अच्छा नहीं लगता.
Till here you guys didn't see any kind of question like lengthy part. See, the lengthy part will come in the integration or differentiation and all that. But believe me guys, differentiation is very easy chapter, integration is very easy. Okay, even I understand if you guys face problem in integration because confusion may occur because of lots of formula. But one thing, अच्छा तुम लोगों ने एक चीज नोटिस की है क्या? टिल नाउ मैंने तुम लोग को एक भी बार कोई फॉर्मूला याद करने के लिए नहीं बोला. जब
यस
तक
सर.
लॉजिक चैप्टर भी हमने किया, ठीक है, तो क्या तुम लोग को नहीं समझा क्या वो लॉस का है? मैंने एक भी बार बोला कि लॉस याद करो?
नो सर.
Because no need to memorize any law or any formula. As we are going through, जैसे जैसे हम कर रहे हैं सम्स को, उससे ही रिलेटेड फॉर्मूला तुम याद करो. समझ में आया क्या? अननेसेसरी के फॉर्मूला क्यों याद करना? See, in
यस सर.
reality, even if you do the trigonometry part ना, remember guys, सबके सब बहुत ध्यान से सुनो. ट्रिग्नोमेट्री की बहुत फेमस है इस चीज को लेकर कि इसमें फॉर्मूला बहुत ज्यादा है. राइट ना? अगर मैं तुम्हारे सिलेबस के हिसाब से काउंट करूँ, इफ आई स्टार्ट काउंटिंग अकॉर्डिंग टू योर सिलेबस, then I think in trigonometry will cover more than 100 formulas. But in reality, तुम लोग को सिर्फ याद करने हैं गिनती के 10 फॉर्मूले. बस ये रियलिटी है. तो मुझे बताओ, why I will suffer or why I'll torture you for the next 90 फॉर्मूले? मैं क्यों तुम लोग को जबरदस्ती फोर्स करूं कि बाकी के 90 फॉर्मूले भी याद करो जब वो तुम्हारे सिलेबस में है ही नहीं. राइट?
यस सर.
सो इट्स अ सिंपल लॉजिक बिहाइंड. अरे ये ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी सिलेबस का रिडक्शन हुआ है इसलिए मैं कम बोल रहा हूँ. हमेशा से ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का यही हाल था. वो तुम्हारे 12th का सबसे इजी चैप्टर है, यहाँ तक कि मैट्रिसेस में भी. सो it's almost 3 more minutes and I don't think I'll cover many more questions. तो मैं तुम लोग को जल्दी से यहाँ पर बता देता हूँ कि तुम लोग को क्या नहीं है. सो यहाँ पर ना ये वाला पार्ट जो दिख रहा है तुमको, यूनिकनेस ऑफ इनवर्स ऑफ मैट्रिक्स. कैन यू ऑल गाइस
यस
सी
सर.
माय टेक्स्ट बुक? यस. यूनिकनेस ऑफ इनवर्स ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स वाला जो टॉपिक है ये एलिमिनेटेड है, यानी ये तुम्हारे एग्जाम में नहीं आएगा. अब कंफ्यूजन ये नहीं आएगा मतलब कौन से पार्ट नहीं आएगा, तो मैं वो भी बता देता हूँ. तुमको फर्स्ट एक्सरसाइज करनी है. सेकंड एक्सरसाइज के अंदर in your second exercise, here is your second exercise. Second exercise के अंदर क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 ही करना है, बाकी नहीं करना है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 और 6 नहीं है तुम्हारे सिलेबस में. ओके, और उसके बाद का भी कुछ भी नहीं है सिलेबस में. समझ में आया क्या?
यस सर.
यानी बस टोटल मैट्रिसेस के अंदर इस बार इतना ही है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, ओके, तुम लोगों को काफी एडवांटेज मिले इस बार बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कोरोना. You will get so many advantage. And one more thing, I can observe one thing that many people are absent from yesterday and today also. Why so? काफी स्टूडेंट अब absent हो रहे हैं. क्या ये इसकी वजह से तो नहीं जो न्यूज आ रही है आजकल? वो जो न्यूज बता रहे हैं कि यू नो चेंज हो रहा है एजुकेशन सिस्टम, की उसकी वजह से absent हो रहे हैं क्या?
डोंट नो सर.
कल और आज
Because
सर वो लोग वहाँ गए थे कॉलेज
अब पता नहीं. बिकॉज
अपना
देखो गाइस, हाँ क्या क्या?
के लिए.
तालिब तुम्हारी आवाज स्लो आ रही है, जरा जोर से बोलो ना.
सर वो लोग कॉलेज गए थे आज. आज भी गए होंगे और कल गए थे.
अच्छा, पर कॉलेज क्यों जा रहे हैं वो लोग?
करने के लिए।
अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग, बिकॉज प्लीज गाइस, कुछ ऐसे ऐसे सब्जेक्ट है बिकॉज ऑलरेडी सिलेबस रिड्यूस्ड हुआ है, सो डू नॉट एलिमिनेट एनी सब्जेक्ट फ्रॉम योर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, बिकॉज पहले की बात और थी। अगर ये नॉर्मल डेज होते हैं विदाउट कोरोना वाला तो ठीक है, तुम लोग ना कुछ कोई सब्जेक्ट रिमूव कर सकते थे, लेकिन बिकॉज अब इतनी ज़्यादा फैसिलिटी मिल चुकी है, क्योंकि देखो तुम लोग को इंटरनल मार्क्स बहुत जोरदार मिलने वाले हैं, सो डोंट चूज इकोनॉमिक्स और साइकोलॉजी। समझ रहे हो क्या? वहाँ वो थियोरटिकल रहने वाला है। कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक थिंग मैं तुम लोग को क्लियर कर दूं, बिकॉज अगर तुम्हारी क्लास में कोई एक ऐसा बच्चा है जो पढ़ने में वीक है, ठीक है, अगर वो खुद ही खुद को चेंज नहीं करेगा तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं, बिकॉज आई कैन सी वन गर्ल विच इज करेंटली कॉन्स्टेंट, ये वो मतलब कंसिस्टेंसी के साथ 2 साल से फेल हो रही है। समझ रहे हो क्या? देर इज वन बॉय इन 10th स्टैंडर्ड, वो भी ये कंसिस्टेंसी के साथ 2 साल से फेल हो रहा है, ये इसका सेकेंड ईयर था। they are changing back to back teachers and all, but still they are getting fail because सिर्फ टीचर का भी रोल नहीं है, मतलब थोड़ा एफर्ट देना पड़ता है अगर कोई बच्चा फेल हो रहा है उस चीज को लेकर। तो अपने मार्क्स के साथ रिस्क मत लो। लाइक बायोलॉजी बहुत अच्छा स्कोरिंग सब्जेक्ट है। बायोलॉजी तुम लोग का कैसा, अच्छा है कि नहीं इस बार का?
क्या पता सर।
हम्म,
ये अभी डिग्री 4 साल की हो गई ना, 12वीं में फाइनल एग्जाम बोर्ड होएगा कि नहीं होएगा फिर?
okay, rules has changed to like USA pattern. So USA pattern has middle school, elementary school, primary school, and of course high school. So according to that system you are now a high school student, but since वो system change हुआ है, but this is a totally confusing time. Why? Because
Yes, sir.
according to them 11th final होना चाहिए था हाई स्कूल का, और पर
हाँ
तुम लोग
सर,
तो 12th में हो, और अगर तुम लोग का बोर्ड नहीं होने वाला तो सिलेबस क्यों रिड्यूस किया? समझ
पढ़ने
रहे
तो
हो क्या?
सिलेबस भी बदल जाएगा सर फिर तो।